Hey everyone, it's Nova, and welcome back to Nancy Drew, the White Wolf at Icicle Creek. Last episode, as I always seem to do in these kind of games, I basically screwed up. Like, I got, I don't know, like maybe 20 minutes into the game, and then basically caused the game to crash, which meant having to replay basically everything that I did because I hadn't saved. But it actually kind of worked out in a way because I was able to uncover Guadalupe's secret, and I was also able to play a little mini game with Bill, who he was the one who was basically snoring when we first interacted with Ollie. Actually, is he here by himself again, or is... Oh, he's not even here now. But yeah, basically, that whole thing happened, and it wouldn't have happened if, I don't know, I feel like if I had been there later in the game, which I think is what happened when I first played through it, they weren't standing there, or they had time to leave, and that's why, neither of those two scenarios popped up, so, interesting. In any event, I'm going to see if I can do this fishing thing real quick. Oh. You know what, I'm not even going to argue it because she's giving me these free toasty packs, which I have a feeling are going to come in very handy later on in the game. So, I will actually do this again. Not that I have much choice, but...
Here you go.
Thank you. How many of those things do you have anyway? Your father must, like, take stock in that company. Yeah, because now I got 6 of them. But you know what? Again, I'm not complaining. They're gonna come in handy. Yeah, look at how quick she gets cold, so... I have a feeling that going forward, if I'm not near, like, the Icicle lake, you know, and there's no, like, indoor shack or something for me to warm up, that's gonna come in handy. So, now that we have What's-His-Face's fishing gear, let's try and do this little fishing minigame. Okay, so that I'm supposed to avoid, so I'm not even going to lower my hook near him. Ooh, go back up, go back up, go back up. Oh, no, I didn't mean... Okay. So clicking too much will cause the, I'm pretty sure if I run into the log, that will happen too. I think that fish at the bottom is what I was supposed to catch. So I'll have to try to... Oh my god. Freaking mines? Okay, I don't think he can get me from there. So this is hard because I want to get the fish at the bottom, but they're deliberately swimming at the bottom. I guess I can try to inch my way down. Ooh!
Doesn't quite measure up.
Oh, okay. Right, it has to be 2 feet. Okay, cool. So I have to do this a couple times. Good, that gives me a chance to get the hang... Ooh, maybe I'll get lucky. Oh, I missed it. I missed it! Nova! Just pretend you're playing Don't Starve or Rust or, you know, Legend of Zelda. Be one with the fishing rod. Ooh, wait, go back up. See, this sucks because I bet you the ones that I'm seeing at the bottom are... Okay. Too bad you don't get an achievement for picking up this other stuff, but... I just noticed the time too. I'm gonna have to try and speed this up. Ooh. God, why are there so many sturgeons in this thing? Come on. Give me the other fish. Ooh, that one looks very nasty there. Ooh, and I don't think I want to catch that. No!
A mine? That can't be good.
Seriously, Nancy? Well, boys and girls, I have gotten my first... Oh, it just started me over again. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the newer Nancy Drew games. Like, if you really screw up in those games, you'll get like a...
Wrong again.
Yeah, you'll get like a game over screen. That just literally started me over, so that's good. Alright, so I gotta try and do this carefully. Like, I know what the fish that I need. Ooh. Please don't touch it this time. Okay. I guess if I see those landmines and if they're really close to the top, I'll just have to chance taking my whole fishing line out of the water just to not... Go, 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 go! No! Oh my god, not again. No, 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 no.
A mine? That can't be good.
Oh boy. This is gonna take a while.
That won't do. It's not a lock. There goes my line. Give me a break. That should have... Fish that I need is at the freaking bottom. I swear it's game. Yeah, swim towards the top before I explore it. Seriously, I almost had it that time.
Finally.
Pike. No more fishing for me.
Good Godfrey. I thought fishing was supposed to be a nice, peaceful, relaxing sport. That was... Sheesh. Alright. Oh! What the f...
Oh my gosh. Whoever threw that ice ball at me must have set off an explosion that
You
shattered
see
the
this,
ice.
Gizmo?
And my jacket's gone. No wonder I'm so cold.
Oh, come on. And a bull... Hey, Wolfie. Can you, like, toss that at me, please? Okay.
A coat. I need to make it to shore by jumping from ice floe to ice floe and put on that coat before I freeze to death.
Oh my god, I forgot about this game. Okay. Oh, and they move. Oh, goodness. Okay. Can I do diagonally? Please tell me I can do diagonals. I can. Okay. Okay, I should be able to... Oh, okay, or not. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I need to somehow... Like, I don't know how... Oh, dear. I need for this ice thing right next to... Like, I don't want to go too far. Oh, there it is. Okay, hurry. Hurry, Nancy. Go. 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 Go.
I don't know whose this is or why that wolf left it here, but at least now I won't freeze to death.
Take it.
Ah, warm again. There's a note in one of the pockets.
The heck does that mean? Okay,
Since I can't go back the way I came, maybe these tracks will lead me to shelter.
You know, I just realized something too. I was actually planning on going back to the lodge and basically getting ready for the dinner rush. But now, because of this little... Oh, no. Because of this little setback.
Avalanche Ridge. Ugh, not exactly reassuring.
I agree, Nancy. I'm hoping I make it back so I don't get penalized for not making dinner. Then again, considering I almost died, I think they should be...
The snow's so deep, I'm sinking up to my knees.
Oh, God. Can I go a different way, then? Because I'd rather not.
If I want to follow those tracks, I'm gonna need some snowshoes.
Okay, so you know what? Let's see if I can actually...
Tracks. Probably Yanni's. I bet if I follow them, I'll wind up back at the lodge.
Yeah, do that. Go. And now I think they're basically...
If I don't get warm soon,
Aye!
I may not make it.
Son of a... Where's my... Oh. Oh, dear. Go... Yes, use this. Holy crap. Okay, you see what I mean, guys? I nearly died just now. And if it wasn't for this thing I got from Freddy... Can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, Freddy. I would have died.
Warm again.
Holy cow. Yeah, that was... I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of terrifying. Checklist, though, because I'm pretty sure now... Can I actually do this now?
Can't
Nope.
check that off yet.
Find out if the note found in the coat. Well, obviously I can't figure that one out yet, because I don't even know what it could pertain to. I know where there are some snowshoes, but I'm not going to be... Yeah, see, call Chantel and get the combination to the lock on the display case, so I can get those snowshoes. Alright, well, for now, since it's after 6, let me go and make these people dinner, and then maybe I'll actually call Chantel. Okay, so 2 salmon, 1 salmon. Alright, so 2, 1, 2. Let me do it that way, because I know me, I'll freaking mess it up. 2, 1. Ah, darn it. Okay, redo that one. And let's see this one. That one just wants a salad. That one wants a salmon. Okay. And this one. This one wants 2 salmon. Okay. This one's actually the easiest to do. Okay. Freaking carnivore. Alright.
Order up.
Okay, so for your salad, you want 1 egg, 2 yellow pepper, 1 tomato, 1 spinach, 1 anchovy, 3 carrot, 4 cucumber. And 1 crouton.
Order up.
This one, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 3. 3, 1.
Order up.
1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 3. 1, 212.
Order up.
Okay, and then that should be 2 sounds left. Okay, 121. Spinach, no anchovy. Carrot. And then 2-2.
Order up.
And 211. One, 1, 1. Sorry, looked over at my phone for a second. And 1, 1. Alright, so, is there any, I keep, checking, I shouldn't say I keep checking, but, I gotta be a little more observant at this lobby area, see if anything else goes missing, and it is painfully quiet in the lodge. It's kind of unsettling. Like, I would prefer some incidental music or something right now. I guess I'll have to settle for banging pipes. Let me call Chantel, though, and see if she can tell me the combination.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy again.
So, have you cracked the case, as Tino likes to say?
Still working on it.
Oh.
Again, why would I ask number 2? That just seems very invasive. I mean, I know that that could be basically a motive for Ollie if he was a suspect, but I don't think there's any way for Nancy to be tactful in asking that. Like, that's not really her business, what's going on between, like an employer and her employee. So, I'll ask this, because this is what's more important to me right now.
I think I'm onto something, but I desperately need snowshoes. Could you give me the combination to the lock on the display case so I could use the ones in there?
I could if I could remember it.
You didn't write it down?
Of course I did. It'll just take me a while to remember where I wrote it down. But I'm not even going to try to remember it until you do all the things you're supposed to do there at the lodge. All I can think about right now is keeping that place going.
Okay, well, basically, me posing as your maid and cook. I mean, I literally just finished cooking for your guests, so I should be able to get the combination. So, what kind of bull is that? But you know what? I could click nothing else to report, but you know what? I have learned my lesson in previous point and clicks games. Sometimes the questions that seem the least likely to bear any fruit are usually useful. And even though I wouldn't really want to actually ask somebody this in real life,
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
He told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning...
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise. And now every time I turn around, he's all like, "Where's the raise you promised me? Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other things to think about right now? I swear, sometimes that crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
okay, in Ollie's defense, the reason why he wants the raise, his wife can't even stay at the lodge because of medical reasons, but his daughter had basically wanted to go south and stay with her mother, during those months. So it's not like a totally selfish reason why he wants the raise. I mean, yeah, some might reason, well, he wants the raise so that he can go into business for himself, which, yeah, that's true. But I do feel like he also wants the money so that he can basically take care of his family. So you can't really fault the guy for being a little bothersome if that's how she wants to look at it, about a raise. I mean, who doesn't want a raise?
You'll hear from me again later.
One more thing. Ask Yanni if it would be all right if I used his name and picture on the Icicle Creek Lodge website. I mean, when I finally have a website, it would be great publicity, okay?
Sure.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Well, I thank you, because now at least I have something to do. So let me actually...
Can't check that off yet.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, so let me see if Yanni is still in the basement. And ask him. I mean, he should be. He almost always is down here. Yep. Okay. Turn around. Turn around.
Ah, I'm glad for the chance to talk once again. There is something I must explain.
Okay.
There is?
What I said before about wolves. It is because my grandmother was killed by wolves. Killed and devoured.
Okay. I'm not trying to be funny, but this almost sounds like something literally right out of a fairy tale. You know, with like Little Red Riding Hood. But that is messed up, man, if you are being legit.
Are you serious?
Years ago, when my mother was a little girl, her mother, my grandmother, was on her way back from the village on her motor scooter, which was and still is the only means of transportation most Fredonians can afford. It was January, and the sun had just set, and it was dark, very cold. There were thousands of wolves in the countryside that winter. At night they would roam in huge, hungry packs. My grandmother was halfway home when she came upon a young man waving from the side of the road for her to stop. He too had been on a scooter, but his had broken down, and wolves were gathering all around him, preparing to attack. My grandmother, of course, stopped, and he leapt on behind her, and they took off down the road with the wolves, dozens of them, chasing after them. But with two people riding it, her scooter was slow, much too slow, and the wolves soon caught up with them. And when one of the wolves seized my grandmother's boot in its teeth and started to pull, instead of helping her, the man pushed her off the bike. It instantly gained speed and he got away. My grandmother, set upon by the wolves, did not.
Okay. I don't want to be an ass, but number 2 is a very valid question. If she died, how the heck does he know that this happened? Because his mother would have been a very little girl at that point, you know? And I'm pretty sure the douchebag who pushed her off of the bike, he wouldn't have revealed, well, maybe, I don't know. Like, you get what I'm saying, guys, right? Like, this just seems a little iffy, because technically there wouldn't have been anybody else there to witness what happened. I mean, if this is what happened, I don't want to be an ass, and not show my condolences, you know, and I would normally say number 1, but number 2 is a very valid question. So...
If she died, how do you know that's what happened?
Tormented by guilt, the young man eventually confessed. He went to prison for several years, and the wolves were hunted year-round until the countryside was rid of them. But the damage was done. And so, I'm happy to talk to you about any subject except wolves. About them, I have nothing to say.
Okay, well now I do feel like an ass. I'm sorry, Yanni. That is messed up. And you know what? I think I said this in another video that I recorded not too long ago about people feeling guilt for something that they've done. It's one thing to do something bad or say something bad, and then afterwards you are either beset by guilt or, you know, like you can't really live with yourself because of what you've done or said. And to me that shows that there is some hope for you, because you do still have a sense of right or wrong, or you do still feel bad about hurting others. Whereas if you do something harmful to someone else and you don't have any remorse, then, I don't know, I wouldn't really necessarily say you're a lost cause, but you're either at that point or you're getting to that point, you know what I mean? So, I guess that's good that the guy confessed, you know, and did his time, but like Yanni said, the damage was done at that point. Wasn't like we had the Dragon Balls and we could just resurrect his grandmother again. Okay, well, you know what? I'll ask number 2 because I was asked to bring this up with him.
Chantal would like to use your name and picture on her website when she gets it up and running. Would that be okay?
I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, well, so much for that.
Okie dokie. And I guess I'll ask the only other question that there is.
I really need to get somewhere in the backcountry and was thinking you could maybe give me a cross-country ski lesson or 2?
Out of the question. I don't have the time, the equipment, or, frankly, the desire. I am sorry.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
We'll talk again, I'm sure.
Alrighty, so let me check that off. Right? Was there... Oh, I thought that there was an option that I had to check off on my list about... Okay, well I still have to find that stuff. I do have to do the snowmobile thing. Oh, right. That's done. Gotta find a note. Oh, that's right. Is Ollie down here? I gotta tell him what happened at the fishing shack. That's right, because as soon as I got back, I went straight, I think, into the
You check out Skookum Ridge?
Not yet, man. We got more important things to worry about.
What else do you want?
Really? Nancy, the shack literally exploded and somebody threw like an ice ball at you, because I think Freddy had mentioned that if you throw an ice ball at somebody, it's strong enough to possibly knock them out, which is what I think happened with Nancy. But you almost died, and you're more concerned about the bullet that Guadalupe was carrying?
Can you think of any reason why somebody would be carrying around a bullet?
Sure. They want to shoot something.
I found a bullet on the floor in the lobby. I don't know. Either one of these could be explained away. Because, you know, this was a hunting lodge at one point, so... But it's not hunting season, is it?
But it's not hunting season, is it?
Only for wolves and other such varmints. It's always hunting season for them.
I found a bullet on the floor by the window where Guadalupe Comillo is always watching for birds.
Well, now that's real interesting.
Okay. Just from the tone of his voice, I already have a feeling I know what he's thinking. I'm not even going to say number 2, because I'll just...
What do you mean?
I don't trust that lady. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, so...
I'd better get back upstairs.
If you need anything, just holler.
I'm very disappointed that she's not bringing up what happened at the fishing shack. Let me try talking to him again.
You check out Skookum Ridge?
Not yet.
Not yet.
What else do you want?
Seriously, Nancy? You're not going to bring this up?
I'll get out of your hair now.
See you later.
I mean, does he know already? What? This just seems very weird that she's not bringing it up. Goodness, I was almost late getting back to the lodge because of it. Very, very strange. I guess let me see if Bill and Lou are over here. Maybe I can talk to them more. Whoops. Yep, okay.
Nancy, hi! What the heck happened out there?
Well, geez, somebody at least cares.
Actually, I'm not quite sure.
I walked out to Icicle Lake to see how you were doing in the fishing shack, only there wasn't any fishing shack. There wasn't even a lake. The ice was all busted up like somebody dropped a bomb on it.
All I know is, after I caught that 2-foot northern pike, I walked outside and someone knocked me unconscious with an ice ball.
I knew
The
it.
next thing I knew, there was an explosion and I was on an ice floe in the middle of the lake with no coat and no fish.
Somebody decked you with an ice ball and blew up the lake? Holy moly!
Probably you. Couldn't stand the thought of losing to a girl.
That's not even funny, Lou.
Har. The good news is you're okay. The bad news? No more ice fishing.
And I don't feel all that broken up, no pun intended, about it.
I'll see you two later, okay?
Drop by anytime.
I guess let me talk to you. Do you even have anything interesting to say?
What's up?
Aha, okay. Do you ever see when you're out there snowshoeing? I don't know. I thought I tried to ask him about the snowshoes before, and he was like, no. But you know what? I'll try it again.
Would it be alright if I borrowed your snowshoes?
No.
That's what I thought. I wouldn't really need to, yeah, let's... Come on.
I wouldn't need them for long, just for an hour or so.
Well, in that case, no.
What's the matter with you? Afraid of cooties? Let her use your snowshoes.
I've only got one pair, and they're like precious, you know? Sorry, dude, the answer's no. What can I say?
Alright, I tried.
Do you ever see anyone else when you're out there snowshoeing?
I see that Yanni guy sometimes. I'll be plodding along, and he'll go zooming by. Those skis of his are like rockets, man. He's all like, zippy zoom.
Please don't say that again. Both of these are also very valid, but considering what's been going on lately...
Do you ever hear explosions?
Yeah, and they freak me out. It doesn't take a very big sound to trigger an avalanche. And when you're out there by yourself, nothing will ruin your day faster than a couple of tons of snow roaring your way at 100 miles an hour.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
Well, I'll let you go.
Rock and roll.
And let me see if anything new comes up when I talk to him.
Hello again.
And not.
I'd better get going.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so... Nothing new. Okay. Is she here, by any chance? She is not. So I guess she's up in her room. Alright, so I don't think there's anything else I can do because, again, once the sun sets, it gets to a point where you can't even... Yeah, look at that. Not even going to chance it. So, let's see. Should I try to call her again? Like, I don't know. The only other thing I could think to do up at this time, apart from just going to bed and starting a new day, is maybe calling Ned to see if he can suggest what I should do next. Because otherwise, I don't know what to do next. And it did say call her to get the, whatchamacallit.
Hello?
Hi, it's Nancy Drew.
Did you ask Yanni about using...
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yes, but he said no.
Darn. Well, thanks for trying.
Did you remember the combination to the display case yet?
I hear Ollie asked you to do something on the snowmobile for him. Have you done that yet?
No, not yet.
Well, if you get on the ball, I'll get on the ball, okay?
Seriously? For crying out loud.
Nothing else to report.
I have to get going too. Bye.
Seriously, Okay, I get that he's on the avalanche patrol, and that is one of his duties, and he did ask me to do it, but at the same time, it's not related to the lodge, so I don't see why she's making me... This freaking woman, I swear. Alright, you know what? Oh, wait, I did say I could probably call Ned. Alright, I'll talk to Ned first, and then I'll go to bed. I just find it totally bogus that they're forcing me to... I mean, I know basically at some point I was going to have to do this thing for Ollie, but I find it stupid that Chantel's basically forcing me to do this, otherwise she won't help me. And I'm busy trying to help her, so...
Hello?
Me again.
So, how's it going?
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of stuff I can, Okay, so yeah, Yanni, someone threw a bomb at him, supposedly. The guy who... Actually, yeah, this is interesting, because I know nothing about it. You can't even interact with this book.
Are you familiar with a book by Jack London called The Call of the Wild?
Sure, it's about a dog who winds up leading a pack of wolves. It's a classic. Why do you ask?
Because I found a copy of it in Lou's room.
Interesting. Maybe he's got something to do with the wolf that's been lurking around outside the lodge.
Yes and no. I mean, to be honest, at this point, if anything, the person who's probably the most interested about the wolf is Ollie and Lupe, for obvious reasons. Lou, he's kind of like, leave the wolf alone, let him do his own thing type of thing. Like, I don't see him really being that hung up over the wolf apart from the other two. Sorry, my cat was doing something. I had to reach over and stop her. So, I don't know. Like, originally I was kind of thinking that, but now that we know what Lupe is all about, I would have to say I kind of doubt it.
I kind of doubt it. I mean, he does stick up for the wolf, and he could be up to something outside besides snowshoeing. But if he is, I doubt it involves the wolf. I can't see Lou dealing with animals. He's just too laid back.
So the fact that he's reading that book is just a coincidence?
I think so.
As I recall, it was a pretty good book.
Okay. Yeah, I was definitely thinking this about Ollie. And yeah, you know what? Let me ask him about the needle.
The guy who built Icicle Creek Lodge also built this weird concrete pyramid thing nearby that everyone calls Trapper Dan's Needle.
What's it for?
No one knows, but there was a piece of black nylon-type fabric sticking out of it. Like there's a door in it and someone had snagged their clothes on it on their way in.
So you think there's a door, but you can't see one?
Right.
Well, just keep poking around. If something's got a front door, it usually has a back door, too.
Okay. So, at some point I will have to observe that closer. Oh! That's right! And that thing had a piece of black...
Someone dressed in a black snowmobiling suit decked me with an ice ball. And when I came to, the lake had been blown to pieces and I was stranded on an ice floe.
Are you okay?
I am now. But remember that piece of black fabric I saw sticking out of Trapper
just
Dan's
pieced that
needle?
together.
You think it came from the clothes the guy who threw the ice ball was wearing?
It's a definite possibility. And if that person also blew up the lake, he or she could be the same person who blew up the bunkhouse.
Which means if you come across someone who owns a black snowmobiling suit that's missing a piece of fabric, you probably found your culprit.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I will ask him about Yanni and Ollie since they're here. And he might actually bring up something that I hadn't thought of before. So.
Ollie's on the avalanche patrol, which means he knows how to handle explosives.
Could he be the mad bomber?
He's got the temperament for it, I can guarantee you that. What I'm not sure about is why he'd be the mad bomber. Although he did mention that he wanted to get back into ranching for himself.
What's stopping him?
No property and no cash. Which reminds me, Chantal hasn't gotten around to giving him the raise she promised him. He seemed a tad bitter about that.
Maybe he figures if he wreaks enough havoc around there, Chantal will shut down the lodge and sell it to him for next to nothing. Not only will he get property, he'll get revenge.
You really think she'd sell the lodge to Ollie?
Of course not, but if Ollie thinks that, he could easily be your guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Ollie, if he was the culprit. Like, that would be his motive. And then, too, Ned brings out a point. He could be a little bit bitter about the fact that he hasn't gotten that raise yet. So, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people, when they're really upset about something, they can be spiteful like that. Although, I really doubt it's Ollie. I really hope it's not Ollie. Yeah, let's talk about Yanni.
Yanni Volkstaya, the cross-country skier? Someone threw a bomb at him while he was out on the slopes training.
A bomb? You mean like a grenade or something?
Whatever it was, it left a small crater. I saw it myself.
Why would someone do that?
From what I've read, Yanni is a pretty ruthless competitor. He's probably made a lot of enemies. In fact, he's convinced that his competitors are the ones who blew up the bunkhouse. He thinks they were trying to intimidate him.
And what do you think?
I don't want to say he's being paranoid because something's definitely up. I mean, nobody just starts throwing around explosives for no reason. So, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say that it's all about him, but it is a very likely scenario.
I think he could very well be right. Someone is definitely using explosives around here. And if Yanni's enemies are even half as determined as he says they are, it's quite possible that one of the people now at the lodge is working for them.
But getting rid of someone by blowing him up? Isn't that a little excessive?
I agree,
Maybe they're trying to scare him into quitting.
Well, either way, sounds to me like figuring out who's behind these bombings is the way to go.
I'd better get going.
Good luck up there. And
Be careful. Goodbye, Ned.
Oh, you too. Alright, so... I'll close this. And I don't think... Alright, so it does seem like at this point I'm going to have to go to... Snookum Ridge to progress the story. So I'm going to go back to my room and set my alarm clock so that I can start doing my duties in the morning. And I think that's where I will start the next episode. So for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I get to see you again next time. Take care.